All right. What is going on, dudes? Welcome to another Tippler's Parlor by obviously unknown creations. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done an episode. We've been trying to get some stuff together, but it's hard to get the three of us together to do a podcast. Last weekend we were psyched we were gonna do it, and then I got sick, and then there hasn't been too much buzz about it. So I'm gonna try to just record an episode. It might be a little shorter, just to get something out there. But Tippler's Parlor, in spirit of Tippler's Parlor, we have tonight White Claw. Just White Claw Black Cherry. That's what we got tonight. And it's empty, and I've got my trusty little but big mug. So let's go ahead and get into a few things. Tonight I've got a few things here. What I want to do is go right into our deal of the week. We got a couple things here. One is a PC, a tower, and it is an Alienware, which I'm sure people are familiar with. Alienware, you've heard it. It's a popular PC. But what I've got here is, and I will have, again, these links in the description for both of these deal of the weeks. I found two things we're going to go over. But this is save up to $235 on an Alienware Aurora R8 gaming machine. And you can get this, it says it's an i7 with an RTX 2060 for $1,450, which seems like a pretty good deal, to be honest. I mean, if you're willing to pay some money, if you're willing to pay $1,000 or more than $1,000 and you're not willing to go quite towards that 2,000 mark, I'd say this is probably a good deal. It's been a little while since I've been actually in the market for any of these like machines or parts. I built my machine over a year ago, and I haven't kept up with the parts and stuff too much, so I don't know the market currently because it changes month to month. But so it's got an i7 9700 and an RTX 2060, which is pretty good. And they say they has it on sale right now at Dell for $1,450, which is about $235 off. So that's well over a $1,600 machine. So it's well worth it. You can spend less than $1,500 and get a decent machine. So I would absolutely recommend that. Oh, look at this. There was a killer deal a few days before this came out and said you save $420 on the R8. But it has expired. So there's another one right now. But you know what? Not bad. Dell apparently has these deals, and this is CNET website, so they're posting it on. So it might be worth maybe even follow them on social if you're seriously looking for a good machine. Yeah. Next one I've got for you is what we'll do is, and again, that link will be in the description for the video. But this one is going to be a humble bundle, which we've done in the past. I've got a link that you can get some stuff, and this one's pretty cool. So let me show you this one as well. It is the Best of Polygon Game Development Bundle. And it's the typical humble bundle, but you pay $1 or more and you can unlock this. And this one is the prototype pack, the adventure pack, and the mobile ready assets for simple town and adventure stuff. MSRP on these first two here are $20, and then this one's $5. You can pay $1 and you can get all three of those. They do work with, it says compatible with Unity and Unreal. So that is very good. If you're into that game dev stuff and you want some of these things, there you go. Pay more than the average of $17.32, and then you also will unlock these 5, which is the Polygon City, Polygon Samurai, and then Polygon Knights, and then Simple People and Simple Dungeon, which again all are compatible with Unity and Unreal. The top 3 MSRP is $20, This one right here, Simple People, is $9.99, and then the Simple Dungeon is $16.99. So if you're adding that up, MSRP on one of these packs is more than what you'll pay for this, plus you'll get these 3 as well. So you get both tiers so far. So that will be 8 asset packs, or 8 asset packs, 3D asset packs. Now, if you pay $25 or more, you can then unlock an additional 7. So you're getting 15 in total. So here's the crazy part. It gets really good here. This one has the Polygon Sci-Fi City, Polygon Western, Polygon Heist, Polygon Vikings, Military, Apocalypse, and then it says you get a $10 discount at the store, their store. I guess that's included. Anyways, yeah, that's included. So you get those. So it's another 6 asset packs for $25. That unlocks you get the top 3 as well too. So you pay $25 and you get all of this. Not bad at all. Now, MSRP on the sci-fi pack is $50. MSRP on the Western is $20. MSRP on the Heist pack is $20. MSRP on the Viking is $20. MSRP on the Simple Military is $30. And then MSRP on the Apocalypse pack is $120. Don't know how true that is. I'm just going off of what Humble's posted right here. Maybe you can find them for cheaper somewhere else. But either way, you spent $25. That pays for 2 of these. If you picked, here you go. If you picked the Simple Town and any of the, ones that are $19.99, say the Adventure Pack, you pick these 2 right here. If you're buying those, you spend $25 right there, or you spend $25 on these 2. In their store, you don't get all of these. It's a good deal. I mean, if you're into this stuff and are you serious about game development and stuff? There you go. I mean, this is good stuff. Again, I'll have a link below, and you can pay what you want. Each pay $1, you get first tier. Pay more than the average, $17.32 or more, and you unlock the second tier. Or if you pay $25 or more, again, you unlock this 3rd tier. You get a shit ton of stuff for a pretty good price. Not bad. Pretty cool, to be honest. So today what I wanted to talk about is I found a couple things. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about. One is a part. It is a hard drive, a solid state drive, and it looks crazy weird. So we're going to jump into that now. This is it plugs into your PCIe like 3.0 on your motherboard. Obviously, it's a solid state drive. So I don't think it plugs in via the SATA cable like your 2.5 or 3.5 millimeter hard drive inch, not millimeter. Sorry, hard drives would plug into with SATA cables right to your board. This actually plugs in PCIe slot on your board, so you got to have room for it. Now, here's the cool part. Check it out. So this is said to be one of the fastest solid state drives in the world, and it looks like a video card. It looks like a GPU. I can't show you mine right now. I'd love to have mine propped up and upright off my board, but I have the. You know what I can do? I can look it up for you and get you a picture of exactly what I have in my machine. But this looks just like my graphic card. It really does. It's so cool. It's cool looking. It's big though, but they're saying it's supposed to be fast. So I don't know. I'm sure we can look at maybe some of the things that they've got, but like maybe benchmarking on speeds and stuff. But here is my graphics card. Now I've got the GTX 1070 Ti graphics card, but you see right there, like that's what my graphics card looks like. That's my GPU that's in my machine right now. and I love it. But then we can go right to this, and then you can see exactly how much that looks like my GPU. Now, some GPUs have two blowers right here, like one on each side, and they don't look like a fully enclosed thing like that, but this is exactly like my GPU. So this says meet the gigabyte RAID SSD. It's a 2 terabyte storage device. Looks like a PCIe Express card with a PCIe 3.0 interface. Gigabyte said the card, which comes with a 5-year warranty. Wow, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read through this yet. Uses, wow, a 5-year warranty. That's pretty cool. Maybe maybe the other things do that, but that's awesome. I guess I don't know what comes with warranties or not. I typically don't get warranties with electrical stuff. Anyways, it uses the NVMe RAID controller with 4 PCIe 3.0. It's basically running on RAID 0. So that'll explain. It says that explains why the read and write performance is at 3.5/5.9 gigabits per second. Wow. Making it perfect. Oh my gosh. That's fast. That's really fast. I mean, I just have a regular 2.5-inch solid state drive SATA, and what's it, 500 megabits per second speed? Is that what it is? Maybe a gig? This is running at 6.3 and 5.9. I mean, that's insane. Wow. Wow. So we got right here that says check out the best external hard drives. We've compiled a list of best portable SSDs for 2020 and have a look at the best cloud storage devices, which could be cool. I've thought about setting up one of those too here at my house, but I haven't yet. So I haven't thought about it enough to actually do it. But wow, that's crazy cool. That's really fast. I'll have the link for this in the description as well. You want to check that out. You can also check out these other hard drive sites here. Now this site is techradar.pro. Techradar.pro. TechRadar is pretty good. They're a good follow. I've been following them for years on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, worth your while to follow them. They got some good stuff on there. Good reads. Wow. Wow. I mean, this is just insane. I don't even know what to say to that. That's pretty cool. Wow. So again, there's your graphics card. Oh, I mean your solid state drive. That one specifically is a 2 terabyte. Wow, that's insane. That's so, and this these speeds 6.3, 5.9 gigabytes per second. That's insanely fast. I just don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know how to respond to that. Wow. Wow. So it says it's got a storage manager application plus a solid state drive like toolbox, which allows the users to tweak the RAID array. Wow. So there's no pricing. Okay, so no pricing been announced yet, but you should be able to build your own. Okay. You should be able to build your own, and it will usually cost you less than $100. Just make sure you have compatible parts with it, so you could build this yourself. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know too much about this. I don't have a whole lot of fancy things in my machine. I'm looking at possibly upgrading and getting some more storage, but I don't have too much fancy things. I mean, it's straightforward. The nicest thing I have in my machine is that graphics card I just showed you. That GPU is definitely the nicest thing. Other than that, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's got LEDs and RGB lighting and a UFO looking CPU cooler that actually sits over top of the RAM chips, and I don't like that. So I'll probably end up replacing the cooler at some point, but right now everything works and I don't do a whole lot to it either. So I mean, it's gaming, but it's not like stressful gaming where I'm overclocking. I'm not overclocking anything. But this, having some storage like this would be nice. All right, next thing I wanted to talk about we'll jump into this. So I just mentioned my RAM, and what I wanted to bring up was, hold on, the link's not working now. Well, that's shitty. There we go. What I wanted to bring up was I saw this article that, so if you're not familiar with RAM, your computer needs it, random access memory modules, and when it comes to gaming, you know, you need stuff, you need a lot of that to game. So if you're into gaming on a machine, then you obviously need good RAM, and a game is going to suck up your RAM. It's going to use a lot of it when you game. So typically on a board, there's RAM slots. They go in one place on your board. What you do is you have to put them in place in line in the right channels. But nowadays they're making high storage like RAM. So RAM modules or sticks that can be, instead of, like, you know, if you want 16 gigabytes of RAM, you can get 2 sticks of 8 instead of having to have 4 sticks of 4. So this article is saying, are more random access memory like modules better for gaming? So the example I gave you, 4 4 gigabit sticks versus 2 8 gigabit sticks for gaming, and what is better on your machine. So I can tell you what I have right now, and only because my cooler is UFO shaped and covers mostly 3 of my RAM slots. It covers 3 of them. I'm looking at it right now. So it covers 3 of them. It renders one, the most internal one, to the CPU. It renders that one completely unusable. So obviously when I plug in just 2, I have 2 sticks of 8, and when I plug them in, it's obviously goes in the first one, which would be, you know, first one, this is my right hand side. So first one on the right, skip one, and then you put your second one in. I can't go to the second channel. Like, I could not add any more RAM to my machine because of my cooler, even though I have the middle one open. But let's look into this article. So, are more RAM modules better for gaming? So 4 by 4 gigs or 2 by 8 gigs. So it's I've had this gigabyte, and today they want to look at having 4. Now these guys are comparing DDR4, which I think, is that the current model? I think so. So either way, dual channel. So here we go. They go over like the LGA 1151 or the AM4. Those are the Intel or AMD's boards, and the channels, the different channels. So dual channel platforms such as AMD or Intel's, so the AM4 or the LGA 1151, require 2 matched memory modules for dual channel operation. Adding a second pair will only expand the memory and won't upgrade you to a quad channel memory. For that, you'd need a Threadripper or the Cascade Lake X processor. So you're just expanding your memory. You're not actually upgrading to a quad channel memory. There's only 2 channels on these boards. So how I explained to you earlier, I have 1 channel right now, which is the far right, skip a space, and then slot number 3. So if you're looking at it, you're reading from right to left. In my case on my board, farthest right, number 1, and then the furthest left, number 4. So I have memory slot occupied in 1 and 3. That's 1 channel, and then 2 and 4 would be another channel, which I do not have plugged in. I have it, I just don't have it plugged in. So that's what they're explaining to. So they've seen tests showing an increase in performance by adding 2 extra modules without increasing the memory frequency or improving any of the timings. So let's look and see what they have here. This is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and they've got the RX 2080, and they've got the RAM. Okay, so on the left, they have two 8 gig sticks. On the right, so they have, and they're the same sticks. On the right, they have 4x4 gigabyte sticks. And then they've got the R5. They got clock temperatures. So the clocking speeds, all that stuff, the temperatures, that should all be the same. So let's look into it a little bit more. So core percentage, low percentage. So FPS average is 113. And then the current FPS I've taken that screenshot was 90. And then go over to the 4. Like, so look at the memory, or the virtual memory on your GPU when you only have 2 channels is 85%. And then over here it's 93%. The average FPS on this one is 20. So let's see. I guess this would be how many times a percentage it hit low FPS versus low 1% FPS. So that's interesting. So we believe that you have the dual channel, how the memory is configured more precisely, the memory rank. For those of you unaware, the term rank means the number of 64-bit memory modules in a banks on a module. Most consumer grade memory features on a single rank, though higher capacity modules usually dual rank, while server grade memory is often quad rank. Identifying your memory is dual or single rank can be difficult as software doesn't always read modules correctly. Not all memory manufacturers note the rank on their module IDs. Okay, so again, rank is the number of 64-bit memory banks on the module. Okay, so keep reading. Typically, single rank module features all memory chips on one side of the PCB, while dual memory or rank memory places on both sides. Makes sense. But it says however, it's not always that case. That's typically a module with a chip on both sides is just dual-sided, and it can be single-ranked module, so it can be a bit confusing. Which, yeah, why would you make it easy for everybody? You don't want to just make it too easy for everybody. Like, oh, this is a single-ranked, or we use dual-sided, but it's single-ranked. So you don't want to just make it too easy. It's dual-sided and you know, dual-ranked as well. So then they say things get a bit more messier when you introduce more memory stick or modules. A system populated with more than a single ranked module will actually act as a dual ranked modules are installed. In fact, there are very little difference between that one dual ranked module and 2 single ranked modules when connected to the same memory controller, even though the memory chips reside on different PCBs. Okay, so this is important to note because in the test we've seen all memory used has single rank modules. Okay, so when you use single rank modules for dual rank operation, the memory is configured as a single rank. Okay, because that's what you're using. However, when using 4 single rank modules for a dual channel operation, the memory is now configured as a dual rank. Okay, so this is their DIMM module rank configurations. They have 64-bit wide block, single-sided, single rank. Then here we go, is a double-sided module, 64-bit wide block, single rank. And then here would be a double-sided module, front, back, blah, 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 blah. And that's dual ranked. And then double-sided module, quad ranked. Okay. So let's scroll down to demonstrating this. We'll take a look at a series of benchmarks conducted with an i9 9900K and a Ryzen 9 3900X. Okay, and they're using the T-Force Vulkan Z DDR4 3000 memory, provided 2 8 GB sticks with 4 4 GB sticks, all using the same timings. Okay, so that's what they're using. That's the parts they're using for these benchmarkings. So let's go into benchmarking. Okay, so this is with your i9. We have the 4 okay, so the dark is 1% minimum FPS, and then the light blue is average frame rate. So your 4 sticks of 4 is at 1%, 177, and your average frame rate was 236. And then on the 2 sticks of 8, 175, and same 236. Now on the Ryzen, it's obviously less. So 4 sticks is 142 on the minimum, and then 187 on the average. And then the 2 sticks are 142 with 185 on the average. So this is F1 now. Oh, they are doing ultra quality with 1080p, which is where you should always game, in my opinion. 1080 or 1080 should always be gaming on 1080. Nothing higher. I hate anything higher. That was one of our first podcasts that actually covered that. You can look back. All right, now we're on to F1 2019. So the i9, 4 GB sticks, 152 minimum, and then 184 for the average. Now you go to the dual channel, or the 2 sticks of 8, 148 and 177 average. So let's go to the Ryzen. So the 4 GB sticks, 147 minimum with an average of 76, and then the 8 GB sticks, 147, which matches, and then 176. So this game showed no difference on the Ryzen 9, but a bigger difference on the i9 than anything up here. So that's the biggest difference so far. So F1 so far, biggest difference. Oh, they got something here. Here's an example. We could do the difference in performance in the core, but not. Okay, yeah. So we saw a mild 4% performance boost when using 4 memory module sticks. So they noticed like no difference on the Ryzen, but the 4% performance difference, which shows here when you use the 4 GB sticks instead of the 2 8. So down to Shadow of Tomb Raider DX12, highest quality, obviously. Minimum FPS on the 4 sticks, 123, average 164. On the 2 sticks, 118, average 161. I go down to the Ryzen, the 4 sticks, 129 minimum and 168 FPS average. Or 164, sorry. And then the 8 GB sticks, 128, so drops 1 FPS, and the average stayed the same. So the Intel saw a 4% increase with the jump. So that's very interesting. I mean, it's not massive, but it's better. I mean, if you're looking for something more consistent, it's better. So let's go to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Very high quality on the Intel. we have the 4 sticks, 65 minimum, 97 average. On the 2 sticks, 61 minimum with a 93 FPS average. So there again, we're seeing that same jump again. So now to the Ryzen, 4 sticks, 64 FPS average, or low, or low with a 95 average. The 2 sticks of 8, 61 average or low, and a 91 average. So testing Assassin's Creed Odyssey was interesting. We saw gains from both AMD and Intel when using the 4 memory modules. The i9 performance was boosted by 7%, while 5% with the Ryzen. Clearly, dual ranked memory is a benefit in this title, and at least all 4 of those conditions too. So that's interesting right there. So this game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, runs a lot better. The other games, not quite as much. All right, on to Far Cry New Dawn, DX11. The 4 sticks on the Intel, 96 low FPS, 123 average. On the 2 sticks, 8, there's 88 FPS low and 120 average. Down to the Ryzen, 4 sticks, 83 low, 106 average. Down to the 2 sticks, 80 low, up to 104. So the results are different here. So the performance was boosted by 9%, but on the low frame rate with the Intel, but the average frame rate barely moved. It only moved 3 frames. So, but I guess you'd still notice that low 1% frame rate drop in that low as often as it does. And the Ryzen system was consistently a few frames faster with the 4. So it's a few frames faster, nothing like 9% jump like from 96 to 88, you know. World War Z, 4 sticks on the Intel, 195 low, 245 average, and then the 2 sticks, 177 and 235. Huge difference here. Down to the Ryzen, the 4 sticks, 176 low, and then the 226 average. And on the 2 sticks, 161 low with 221 average. That's impressive. What is this? This is World War Z. So the performance gains are definitely there. The Intel was 10% faster, while the Ryzen was up to 9% faster. So both had significant gains, having more RAM channels used. Wow, that's pretty cool. So it seems that that having more RAM sticks on your board is better than having less with higher gigs or the same gigs. So that's interesting. I think that's gonna be it. I'll put this link also in the description, but that's gonna be it. That will be it for this episode. Fun episode. I know that last part was dull. It was a lot of me reading and me maybe even thinking about what I was reading instead of just being super highly prepared. That was interesting though. I very, very much liked going over that because I only use 2. I use 1 channel. So I know Alex, who's part of this podcast as well, has been talking about RAM stuff. So maybe this is interesting. Share this link with him. Should have waited for maybe him to be on this episode. Oh well, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. So appreciate it. If you like the episode, throw a thumbs up. Throw the thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We'll keep doing this. This is always fun. All right, until next time, take it easy.